Hi, my name is Kristi Rohtsalu and I'm from the networking group Enterprising Estonia. I'm glad that Mathieu Marechal, the CEO of the freshly launched online translation platform Ettevõtliku, and Evelyn, one of his team members, have agreed to share their thoughts and experiences with us. Welcome to this interview.
Hello Kristi, thank you very much for having me. I'm very happy to be able to start this exchange with you and your followers in Estonia. I will be happy to answer your questions.
Hi everybody, hi Kristi, this is Evelyn, the Communication and Community Manager for Ettevõtliku.
Nice to meet you. So Mathieu, tell us, why did you decide to be an entrepreneur? And what do you find the most challenging or even difficult?
Well, I decided to become an entrepreneur because I wanted to create something new and I wanted to be able to do and create something for myself and to be free in my decisions. So this worked pretty well, and I would say that the most interesting thing in being an entrepreneur is precisely that, to be free to create your own product and services, to decide whom you're going to work with, your employees, your associates and your partners, and even sometimes your customers. And the most difficult thing about being an entrepreneur is probably at the very beginning, when you are in the time when you're not sure if things are going to work, you're not making a lot of money yet, things are not yet perfectly in place. That's probably a stressful time, but once you get over that phase and you get to the point where the business is going well, you have money coming from it, you have a salary and so on, it's just very fun to become an entrepreneur and to have your own company.
What is your definition of success? And have you achieved it?
My definition of success on a professional level, of course, I would say that first of all it's to have your own company, that this company has satisfied customers, meaning that your customers like your product, the way you're doing things, and that they want to tell other people about your company. That's probably the highest level of success you can have on a professional level. If you can also create jobs and have people making a living from your activity, that's also interesting. And if you yourself are satisfied, of course, with how things are going, what you're doing, and so on. And the last thing I would add is probably not to endanger the planet and the environment, which is also something that both at Tradeline and B-Words we are very wary about, to be environmentally sound in our decisions and ways of doing business.
How did you start your first company, Tradeline?
Tradeline was started when I was still actually an employee at a financial company here in Paris, in France. I was a bit bored with my employee job and basically decided that I would start a company on the side as a parallel side project. This was back in 2005. At the time there were not that many translation agencies that had websites on the internet, so at least in France. So I was one of the first to create a website to sell translation services, and pretty quickly actually it had good results. We had customers and projects coming in, and this was taking up more and more of my time, and I finally decided to quit my employee job in 2007, and we incorporated as a limited company at the very beginning of 2008 with associates and more customers, and it's been growing and going very well ever since. In 2010 we decided to launch a subsidiary called bwords.com.
If you would have to do an elevator pitch, how would you present B-Words?
Bwords.com is an innovative, open and community-oriented marketplace for customers and translators. The idea of Bwords.com is to give clients requiring translation services for their documents such as web pages, content, presentation documents, legal documents, etc. The opportunity to find translators on their own and work with them directly. In this way, clients can save money and quickly find professional translators for free. Translators can also easily find clients and work with them directly. They can use their Beavers profile as a online resume, and if they have a premium account, they can benefit from other advantages such as Google advertisement and many others. So what I will say is that if you are looking to expand your activities, you can get the best value out of using this service. So come to beavers.com and sign up quickly.
Can you name a few clients of your companies?
Our clients are major e-commerce websites. We also work with small and medium-sized enterprises on a wide range of sectors, such as the marketing sector, the pharmaceutical industry, and many others. Our main clients are for sure small and medium-sized companies.
As an experienced business networker, how large is your network and how do you manage all of those connections?
Yes, it's true that I do have a lot of connections and a large network, specifically online, and it enables me to have connections all over the world. And this is just an example of it. We are exchanging with you, me in Paris and you in Estonia, and we haven't had the chance yet to meet in person. So this is typically the kind of thing that goes on every day at Radonline and B-Words. We have thousands of connections, myself and my associates and my employees, whether it be on LinkedIn.com or on Facebook. So the size of the network is difficult to estimate, but it's thousands of contacts. And how we manage this network, it's just organization, you know, and of course spending time, because we want all of our contacts to have real personal interaction with us. That's what we usually call community management, and it's very important for us. It's a great way for us to meet our customers and partners, even translators, online. So this is very important for us. And of course that's the online part, but the offline part, going to real business meeting, business events, conferences and that kind of thing, is also very important, and we try to be active there as well.
Describe a bit your typical day.
Well, my typical day basically starts at 9:30 maximum at the office in the morning, and depending on the days, it's usually a mix of a lot of online exchange with customers and my team. So we do a lot of Skype, vocal Skype, email, telephone, that kind of thing, and also offline meetings with customers and partners. On a typical day, I also reserve up to 2 to 3 hours to reply to all the emails I get from customers, partners, bloggers, journalists and so on. So that takes a lot of time, and all these activities, usually my day of work ends at about 8, sometimes even later, 8 p.m. 8:30 p.m. Now, the current organization that we have, the main 4 activities that I work on are communicating with customers and partners, managing my team and checking the progress of activity and so on, planning strategy, what the next services and products will be, what we're going to do to develop new markets and so on, and taking care of myself of some important projects, like, for example, opening a new branch in a new company, new country, things like that.
How do you stay motivated?
Actually, that's a bit of a tricky question, because I'm rarely not motivated since this is my own company. There are times when I'm, a little bit tired of working and I would like to work less and so on, but that usually doesn't last for very long. And going to some cultural events or doing sports or going for a trip or something like that, and you're back on track pretty fast. But I think the definition of an entrepreneur is that it's auto-motivation because it's your own project and you want to succeed, so you're just motivated in your nature as an entrepreneur, I think.
What are your business goals for the, let's say, next 10 to 15 years?
Technology is going even faster, and I think that in 15 years we'll probably have a lot of surprises, so I prefer not to make predictions that far ahead. But for my own industry, and let's say in the next 3 to 5 years, which is probably a time where we can make more reliable predictions, I think the key things will be more technology. We're seeing automated translation doing better and better. This is a real trend. We're also probably going to have much more community work, crowdsourcing, crowd translation. We've seen Facebook, for example, call to the members to get the site translated. So that kind of thing is going to be more and more. So technology, community, and the integration of these two things in sites like bwords.com, which is what we're trying to do, is going to make translation services, I think, more reliable, higher quality, probably a bit cheaper, and accessible to more and more people as we go along. So those are my ideas for the next few years.
Finally, what 5 pieces of advice would you give to fresh entrepreneurs?
What I can say from my own experience, the first thing would be to just go ahead and launch your project. Don't wait and wait forever until you have the perfect team, the perfect idea, the perfect situation, market situation, and so on. Because in the world, nothing is perfect, so you could wait forever, potentially. So you could end up at a time where the situation is ideal and perfect, but that would be pretty rare, and you'd be very lucky, I think. So just go ahead and make the best of it, and if you believe in it, it will probably work. Once you have launched your company, another thing would be the key thing, I think, is to make sure that your customers are really satisfied, and that they are satisfied up to the point of wanting to communicate your product and services to their own network and to their friends. I don't really believe that customers always know best. This is probably something that is important, because you can create a new need, a new product for your customers. It's important to listen to your customers, of course, but you can also propose new things, and that could work. But once you've decided to launch a product and adapt it to your customers' needs and so on, you really need to make sure that's a top priority, that they are satisfied with what you're offering. I would also recommend to have at least 1 or 2 associates, partners, whom you can work well with and that can support you and that have complementary strength, and so that can help you if you have, like everyone, some weaknesses, and they can bring a lot of help to the team usually. So that's basically what I would recommend to any aspiring entrepreneurs, and good luck to you.
Thank you both for answering to our questions. Is there anything else you want to say for the end?
I was very happy to share with you our experiences. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thanks very much, Kristi. I was really very happy to start this conversation, and Evelyn was as well. This is really something we believe in, to exchange between cultures and countries like this, if you'd like. And hello to everyone following you in Estonia. Thanks.